And right now joining us live here on the Fight Day set is UFC heavyweight champion Cain Velasquez. He recently defeated Brock Lesnar for the title, and things are once again heating up in the heavyweight division. Here to break all of that down and more is UFC heavyweight champ Cain Velasquez. Cain, thank you so much for joining us on the show, my friend.
Thank you.
Another UFC champ, and I've got to start the conversation talking about an injury, the shoulder. How's it coming along?
It's coming along good. I'm just waiting to see the doctor again, maybe next week, and then he'll clear me to start working out again. You know, I miss working out. I'm excited to be back in the octagon.
That's what I always hear, is that Cain Velasquez loves to be in the gym. You're constantly there. How hard has it been for you to be sidelined?
It's been hard, but I know it's worth it. You know, I have to listen to the doctor, just listen to what he says, to all his instructions, and then, you know, if I do that, I'll come back sooner. So That's how I have to think about it. It's hard, but I have to do it for my own well-being.
So you could get cleared as soon as next week. Is that what you said?
I could get cleared for next week, but then it's a process of just getting the arm stronger again.
Sure.
Do light workouts, and then, you know, I say a month or so, full-on practice.
So maybe sometime this fall, in 2011, we're going to see you again, hopefully?
Definitely. I'm guessing, you know, September, October, around there. Okay. But then again, it all depends on what the doctor says.
All right, we're looking at a very interesting matchup now, setting up the #1 contender in the heavyweight division, the two coaches of the Ultimate Fighter this season, Brock Lesnar versus Junior Dos Santos. Yeah. Before we get into that fight, what do you think about the Ultimate Fighter this season?
It's been good, you know. I like to watch it. You have to do your homework. See how they interact as coaches.
Yeah.
But it seemed definitely an interesting fight.
Are you sitting there taking notes going, all right, Brock's saying do this, I know that he trains this way, or Junior's doing this?
Well, you kind of already know from their fighting style of, you know, what kind of fighters they are, you know. So how they train their guys, it's just like images, you know, of their fighting style pretty much. So.
Sure. Junior Dos Santos, very interesting guy, very heavy-handed individual.
Yeah.
But it's possible that you may get a rematch with Brock right away. Would you prefer to have somebody fresh like a Junior Dos Santos, or does it not really matter to you?
To me, I always think of it as I want to fight the better guy. So whoever the better guy is that night, that's who I want to fight.
It seems like every Cain Velasquez fight that we have, you're answering questions. Like the fans say, well, we know Cain Velasquez is a great wrestler because of all his collegiate success and what we've seen in his fights, but can he actually take a punch, or can he actually throw a punch? Well, that question gets answered in the Brock Lesnar fight pretty quickly. You have yet to fight somebody in the heavyweight division that people consider to be on that same level with striking as JDS. So do you want to answer that question, and would you be willing to go into a fight with, say, Junior Dos Santos and fight what some people would consider his fight? Would you be willing to strike with him?
You know, you have to. It's not just, you know, guys having one strong style and using that style the whole time, you know, in the sport. You have to be well-rounded. I'm expecting that if I fight Junior Dos Santos, I have to stand up with him. But the thing is, I have to throw a lot more punches and kicks mixed together.
Sure.
You know, it can't just be a boxing match. I need to mix it well together. And if the takedown's there, then take it. But if it's not there, you know, you don't make stupid mistakes by trying to take a shot when it's not there. That's when people get in trouble. But I have to play the stand-up game with them.
I was looking at this best of 2010 DVD cover here, and it's got a shot of you in that moment where you caught Brock Lesnar and you took him out. What was it like for you realizing, oh man, I'm TKOing Brock Lesnar here?
That did not go through my head. I just, you know, from watching the Carwin fight, I had in my head that, you know, you have to be smart. If I do get Brock in bad position, I have to be smart about what kind of punches that, you know, I connect with.
Sure.
Just trying to overexert myself, you know, with you know, try to overtire myself. So I was just picking shots, just because he's definitely a tough guy. He's always in the fight. You know, you can never count him out.
Looking once again at the heavyweight division, you've got an interesting matchup coming up at UFC 130 on Memorial Day weekend. You got Frank Mir and Roy Nelson. Who do you pick in that fight?
That fight's, I think Roy Nelson, the way he's looked lately, you know, he's definitely a tough guy. He has a tough chin. He's always, I mean, he's the type of guy that he's extremely well-rounded, heavy-handed as well. So I'm thinking Nelson.
To round us out today, let's take it to a question that was out at the UFC Fan Expo. Our very own Megan O'Leary was there, and she had one of your fans ask a question to you from the UFC 129 Fan Expo here in Toronto.
Hey guys, Megan O'Leary here. I'm at the UFC 129 Fan Expo, and I'm joined by Leslie, who's a big Cain Velasquez fan. She's got a question for him. What's your question?
Cain, I'm just wondering, how does it feel to be the first UFC Mexican heavyweight champion?
Cain, what's your thoughts on that?
It feels great, you know, that I can kind of represent, you know, as far as being Mexican, having Mexican blood in me. But just overall, I just want, you know, people to recognize my whole fighting style, you know, that that I go out there and I put it all on the line. That's what I want to be known for. So
I was at that fight in Southern California when you won the title, and you certainly had a lot of Cain Velasquez fans there.
Definitely.
Do you like the idea of being the fish out of water, though, and coming to an environment like Jose Aldo has done tonight, say here in Canada, when there is a lot of adversity?
You know, it's going to happen. You know, I don't think anybody wants to be in that situation, but it happens. So you just have to make the best of it. You have to, you know, have a strong mind and block all that out, and just know what your game plan is.
Cain Velasquez, thank you so much for being with us today here on Fight Tape.
Thank you.
Pleasure, my friend.